Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel. Well, I've got a new frame for you today, but before we move to the table, because it's just arrived today, so I ain't even opened the box yet, so if there's out missing we will find out together. But I thought before I even show you what the frame is, I'm going to let you know, if you don't like companies that copy other people's frames or clone them or whatever, because you can't say steal them, because unless that particular frame has a copyright, patented I should say, unless that frame's patented, it's not stealing. It might not be moral, it might be morally incorrect to copy somebody else's thing, but that's been going on forever. And unless it's got a patent to stop anybody else from copying it, then you're allowed to. However, this is, getting back to this frame, it's by Realacc, or Realacc, and it's the X210. You may have heard of it, you may not have heard of it, but it's, let's be honest, it's a copy of the Lumineer QAV-X. And it's almost an identical copy of the Lumineer QAV-X. Now, if you do a lot of online shopping and you're well into this hobby, you'll know Lumineer are. They're all part of Get FPV, which is a great shop for all sorts of different RC model gear, but it's in Florida. So if you live in the UK, the shipping is quite expensive. However, it's a good shop though. But getting back to it, yeah, it's a Realacc frame I've got today, the X210, and as I've already said, it's almost an identical clone, copy, whatever you want, as the QAV-X by Lumineer. So if you're not into clones and copies and you think it's wrong, go watch something else. So I've told you right from the beginning, so I don't want any bloody comments saying you shouldn't own that, you shouldn't get that, it's a copy, it's not right, it's a copy. Well, I'm of the mindset, if I can get something cheaper, I mean, money is tight nowadays, let's be honest, for everybody. If I was loaded, I would always go and get these big original things and stuff like, and go straight to the person who invented it and stuff like that. And yeah, and I'd support them. But the prices, it's day and night, and if you haven't got a lot of money, you go for what you can afford. Anyway, this frame's been sent to me by banggood.com, and like I say, it's the Realacc X210. Now let's get on the bench. Now I've lost 90% of the viewers because you don't like clones, but let's get to the table. I keep saying bench, the bench is upstairs, the weight bench, this is a table. Get to the table, open the box up, and let's see what's inside then, and I'll tell you if the frame's any good. Right then, let's get to the table. Right then pilots, we've got the standard Realacc packaging, the box, the frames come in, they're all roughly the same as this. So let's see what we get in this one then. Well, I'll leave links in the description where to buy it. I've just told you, banggood.com, but I'll leave a link so you can just click on it and go straight to it. And I'll leave links to everything else I might mention and anything that might be relevant. Right, start off with a PDB with an XT60, which is good, but which I found in almost all Realacc frames, you always get a PDB and an XT60. Which is very nice, obviously. And the old Realacc lipo strap, you always get a lipo strap, and you need them. These things don't last forever, lipo straps. Right, bag of nuts and bolts, bag of standoffs, bag of spacers, arm spacers, bag of bits, which we'll look at in a minute. This is just the rubber and the sticky back, what you put on the battery plate just to stop the battery from opening and closing, sliding. Right, and then the frame itself. Right then, it's a 4mm frame, 4mm thick, and like I say, apart from cutting the sealant tape off, I ain't even opened this yet to have a look at, so we'll start where we should start. Oh, as you can see, it's well, it's meant to be a true X, but as I'm looking at it right now, these two arms here appear to be a little bit more on the outside, but it's almost a true X. Obviously no instructions, goes without saying. It's a racing frame. It's more, well, obviously you can use it for freestyle. You can use any, I've just spotted some up then, I'll tell you in a minute. You can use any frame for freestyle, but this is mostly designed for as a racing frame. Right, now what did I spot straight away? The edges are bloody sharp. Yeah, this is not being, well, it's been cut well, but unfortunately the edges aren't being milled down, and they're quite sharp. You get a wire out like that and there, it's going to cut the wires. Oh, on the inside where your battery strap's going to go, if you put it through there, that's sharp. Yeah, your motor part, that don't really matter if the inside's a bit sharp, which it is, but that don't really matter there. But the edges, this will need sanding down. Yeah, right, yeah, strong, got a little bit of give, little bit of flexibility, which is what you want, which I mentioned a few times before. You don't want a frame to be rock solid. It needs to have a tiny bit of flex, and I'll use the same analogy as what I did last time. The bumper on the front of your car is plastic, so it gives a little bit. If you have a head-on, you've got a little bit of cushioning to dissipate the vibration of the bump. You know what I mean anyhow, so you need a bit of flex. But yeah, this will need sanding down. A lot of frames need sanding down, let's be honest, but I would assume if this was the original QAV-X by Lumineer, this would be all milled and it'd be beautiful to touch and everything. So obviously if you got an extra $60–70 more, go for the original if that's what you want to do. Right then, so yeah, this looks pretty good. It'll need sanding down, but most frames do. But it seems nice and strong, and all the holes in it are all the way through, which you have to watch out for sometimes. When these holes, sometimes they're not drilled all the way through, and you have to just finish them off yourself, but that looks okay. I'm not going to open the PDB. It's a Matek PDB, so we know for a fact it's going to be good, right? Because Matek is a top-notch company. The LiPo strap speaks for itself. The M straps, nuts and bolts, speak for itself. These spacers, the metal, they've got a bit of what do you call it, grip on them. So yeah, I'm not going to bother opening that either. Let's have a look more at the frame. That's what we're looking at here. So let's open up and have a look what other bits we get in this bag. Right then. How the hell and where the hell does these bits go? There's not much in here. Right, well that's for the battery. Right, the battery plate. So if you move that out the road, you're left with, I'll just move the frame a bit, you're left with that. That's your build. That and your frame. Okay then, so it's obviously going to be a simple build. Notice how my voice slowed down then, because the thing is, I don't know where anything bloody is going to go on this. I may have to mess about with it and try and figure it out. What I'll do is, because I'm going to have to try different ways here, because I don't know where stuff goes. This should be fun. Right, well what I'm going to do first of all, right, because these edges I can feel as well, they're a little bit sharp, and on here these are a little bit sharp. So what I'll do is, I'll just cut this, right, go give it a sand down, and just smooth out all the edges, and then come back, and we'll see if I can figure out how to put the bloody thing together again. Oh, not together again, put the thing together. This is really confusing me, because obviously it don't go up. But if it goes flat, why bother with it? But we'll figure it out. I'll come back, and when I put it together, I might fast forward as I'm putting it together so you don't get bored. And then you can always pause and rewind if you get one yourself and you don't know. Right then, I'll just go sand it down, and then we'll be back and put the thing together again. 3, 2, 1. Right then, pilots, we're back. and I've sanded all this down, made it nice and smooth. Just a quick tip, when you're sanding these edges down, use like a sanding block and sand on an edge like that. Don't just sand like that, or all you're going to do is sharpen them up. Sand them on the edge, and once you've sanded them down, do it outside as well so bits of carbon don't get in your house. Once you've sanded it down, I've made a little scratch there but no one's going to see it, run it under the tap, give it a good wash and then dry it off. And I suggest, as silly as this sounds, I suggest drying it off with a paper towel. Right, and that way if there is any sharp edges you've missed, the paper towel will split and you'll know. Right then, I've looked at the screws, that's all I have looked at to make sure I've got the right size hex driver, and it's a 0.2 hex driver you need. Hope you can see that. Now all the screws are exactly the same size, which surprises me because I know some of them are going to have to go through the frame and into these spaces, so it's going to be a bit tight. But anyhow, let's figure out how this thing goes together. Let's start with opening the screws up. I won't need the battery mount stuff. I won't need the spacers or the PDB because I won't be using this PDB. I'll be using an all-in-one. Okay, so let's just put that to one side. So this is everything we'll be using, and I won't need the LiPo strap either. These, now why is that? Just noticed these spacers look like they're different sizes, or are they? No, they're all, oh no, that one's smaller. Now why is that one smaller? Let's just open them up. Right, this is the loose build, by the way. I'm not putting all the ACs and all that sort of jazz on it. I'm just doing it this way, so if you don't know, hopefully you'll find out how to put it together. He says hopefully. No, oh no, you see this one on the side, it's a little bit smaller. Why? I don't know. Well, we've got 4, which will be for the frame, and we've got, oh hang on, you mount a camera, so that smaller one could be for the camera. Right, let's just put the smaller one to one side. Now let's see if we can figure out where these bloody little things go and what the hell this is for. I have no idea. Right, yeah, I'll tell you what, this is bound to be the top. Alright, so we'll start by putting these little spacers in, little standoffs, all the bars. So that's for your board, so it'll be the ends. Oh, there's not much bloody room there, is there? No, so I'll leave it as it is. I'll use all stock, see how it looks, but I may, in fact I probably will, put bigger screws on underneath at some point. But just for setting it up, we'll just set it up as stock. Just checking all these screws are the same size, seeing that. There might be, oh no, there's some bigger ones there. Ah, now it makes more sense. Let's just go through these. They're big ones. Big one. That's a bigger one, bigger one. I'll fast forward. They're small ones. The bigger ones are a slightly different colour, I've just noticed. The smaller ones have got more of a silver shine to them, and the big ones, well, haven't. I'll just take this little one out because I reckon that was a little one. Yes it was. Ah, right then. I won't be changing them out. Right, so you've got a selection of big screws and a selection of little screws. So for the underneath, you'll definitely want the big ones. That's much better. Much better. Right, like I say, I may fast forward, I don't know. Right, now which is the front and which is the back? Oh my god, I have no idea. Right, the only thing difference is this, whatever that's for, which I suppose it would be to hold some sort of wire of some description. But which is the front and which is the back? Well, as these two legs here seem to come out further to the back, I assume, let me just move that, I assume that's the back. So we'll leave it as is and assuming it's the back. Using the big screws again, just putting these, right, we'll definitely fast forward here because you're going to get bored like hell while I do this bit. So, Benny Hill, take it away, Benny. We're back. I still don't know what this bloody thing is going to be for. Well, it's got holes in as if it's for some sort of zip tie. Maybe just to hold the FPV antenna to zip tie it. Honestly, I don't know yet. Right, well this will mount on there. You see, there's holes there. See, everyone has to learn. You see, I built loads of bloody quads I've built, but this is a bit weird. That's the thing when you don't get instructions. Even if you're not a new pilot, you can still get confused. Because I was just saying about zip ties, that's got little holes in, so I'm thinking to zip tie, but at the back there, because I'm guessing that's the back, because that'll somehow mount up there for a camera. Probably like that somehow, like that. I don't know. Right, but that's going to screw onto there. Right. Where's that? Oh, hang on. Some string. Well, that does fit. Maybe it's just to reinforce it. Could just be a reinforcing bar. Yeah, we'll put it on, but because it's doubled up, we're going to use the bigger screws. I'm going to put it in there. Like say, oh, don't think I'll need the bigger ones actually. But yeah, I'll use the big one, why not? I mean, let's be honest, we've got loads of screws here and I can only see 3 more things I have to screw up. I'll use a bigger screw there. Maybe it's optional, big screws or little screws, because with it being a racing frame, some people might think, oh, I'll use the little screws, make it lighter. Which makes a lot of sense actually when you think about it. That might be why they put the little screws or the big screws in, because as silly as it sounds to some people, oh well, what's the difference? If you weigh all them little screws then weigh all the big screws, there'll be a couple of gram difference, and a couple of gram is a lot in the racing world. Not that I know anymore, too old, I can't race. I can't race, can't see the bloody gates at my age. Right. I guess that's right, it seems to fit. Seems to fit. Right, now where? This is the camera. That'll go in there. And that will go in there. Right. Well, if that's... well, that makes no sense. And that makes no sense. Oh my god! I think Benny Hill will be coming back in a second. In fact, he will. Benny Hill! Roll Benny Hill! Benny Hill's gone. I've just realised I'll turn this upside down. There's a tiny little groove there, and in this top there's a groove there and there. And as you can see in this weird looking thing, there's a little groove there and a little groove there. So I'm now thinking if I push that in the bottom, that one in, and then in the top, yeah, that's sitting there nice. So this one should do the same. Hey, we got there in the end. Come on, get in, you bugger, just in case younger viewers. Believe me, I want to say something else. Take the kids out the room for a minute, Mum and Dad. I'm going to swear. Alright. So, everything becomes clearer. Maybe. Yeah, little. Yeah, right, we've got a little cutout here. And one on the other side, obviously. So, and because this is chamfered, a little cutout, I'm guessing that maybe meant to put that in first. So now it's all bloody locked in place. Will it squeeze in? I can't get the bleeding thing in. I bet you have to do that first before putting the top on. I'll tell you what, yeah. Right, let's unscrew these. We're learning. We're learning. I'll tell you what, I am not going to tell you how many quadcopters I have actually built, right, because I built quite a few for, well, friends and family and customers, shall we say. Oops. But, right, if I pop that back in there and put that back in there, get in. No. Yeah, bloody. I bet there's a real easy way to do this. There'll be somebody screaming at the frigging computer or the telly or whatever saying, all you have to do is move that. Move that one bloody thing, George, and you're there. Right, that's in now. So now if we slide everything back into them slots, I think that I'm going to put a screw in the bloody top though, get that screwed in. I don't think, yeah, we'll stick with the big ones. How many big screws have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 6 and a spare. So yeah, we'll stick with the big ones. That should hold it now. Yeah, just check everything's in now. Yeah, you can see it's a bit tight in them feet, but I'll just move this out of shot so I can have a quick look myself, so I can get it in the light. Yeah, right, you'll probably see better than what I could there. These plates here that I put in for the camera mount, they run into the bottom frame, or the main frame, and they do sit flush once the little feet's gone in. And you'll see on that side as well. I'll double check, yep. Right then, that also, well, this top plate again, that doesn't look right, does it? I suppose that's what this is. It's optional. Well, it's not optional. It's which way do you want your antenna at, this side or that side? Don't suppose it really bloody matters, does it? As soon as your battery's underneath and the rest of the cables, but that's what that is. Hey, got there, you know. Yeah. So all you watching now said he'll never bleeding do it. He's useless. You weren't far off, I'll tell you, you weren't far off. He was nearly right, but to me it looks like we're about there now. Oh, I've still got, and I've also guessed why that other one was shorter, that other little spacer here, because that is a shorter gap, so I'm guessing it. Please don't tell me I have to unscrew it all first. I'll swear. No, it's just, no, it's just tight. I'll still use the big screws, keep them little screws for something else. Just, where's the bloody hole? I got it. Now let's see. We're about there now. The annoying thing is I have to undo all the bloody thing to when I fix it up. Because obviously you can't leave it together like this as you put in thingy, but at least I'll have a video record of how they put the bleeding thing back together again when I strip it down. This is a GoPro mount, by the way. But I suppose you could. Yeah, look. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bit of I can't hear you out there. Come on. Logs 187. Come on, clap. Come on, get some clapping going, you lot. Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go then. It's all put up and feels quite. That surprised me with the way this camera's all mounted. Camera mounted, the bracket for the camera. I'm just trying to figure out where the hell you put the camera, but yeah, your FPV camera fit in there. And as you can see, there's a little hole there where you'd screw your camera in, and obviously one at the other side. That should be interesting though, because it looks quite high and quite tight, but there again, once it's in, your camera's going to be here, innit? So yeah, but yeah, it's really for it's like a GoPro mount or a Foxy, you know, the Foxy Cube. But I've got one here. I don't know if a Mobius is going to be huge, look. There again, you could, I suppose, sit it back, but then it's going to be no proper support for the Mobius itself. And if you put it on there, it's you're going to lose it. The first little bump, this thing is going to come flying off and you're going to lose it. So really, you need something like a GoPro or, like I say, the Foxy Cube or something. But I don't own a GoPro and I don't own a Foxy Cube. If you want my name and address, then send me one for free. Runcam, Foxy or GoPro, Runcam. It's because I was thinking Runcam 3 then. Yeah, but you can still get one of them. Yeah, so anyhow, yeah, there it is. And it's quite nice actually. I wasn't sure to be honest. When they sent us it, I was thinking, well, let's be honest, it's the clone of the QAV X from Lumineer, or the QAV X Lumineer clone. But we won't go into all that again, did that at the beginning. But yeah, it's quite nice. Once I've sanded the edges down, right, which as I said, you have to do that with a lot of frames. You can even buy some top-notch frames, and I've seen people who spent a fortune on some frame, right, and they've still had to sand the edges down. It hasn't been perfect. But yeah, this isn't bad, you know what I mean? And for the price, I'll leave links in the description and everything. But yeah, might be a good sort of like backup frame for me, because I don't own a GoPro, right, or a Foxy. But I keep mentioning the name GoPro and Foxy, so it's good publicity for you. So someone might send me one. Someone from GoPro or Foxy. Says it again, you see. GoPro, Foxy, send me a bloody camera! Yeah, so I can always keep it and just use DVR footage until GoPro or Foxy send me that camera. Now, how many times have I mentioned that? Bloody hell, you got a good lot of publicity there, you lads. Right then, so there's the frame. I'm not going to put out in it and build it all up yet, because I'm actually just finishing off the purple Realacc 215, another Realacc CC model. And you might have heard me mention a few times I've stripped that down and I'm putting all new gear in. I've got some ESCs from Electric Wingman and board from Electric Wingman and some bits and pieces and stuff from other places. But most of the stuff came from Electric Wingman. But the frame, like I say, that was the Realacc Purple 215 and I'm rebuilding that. So I need more gear. So before I start building this up, I want to get that finished. But yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I've got a funny feeling it's going to fly really well. I'm still not sure about this though. I don't know why this little, I'll show it that way. Can you see that? That funny little chamfer. Yeah, I don't know why that little bit's cut out on either side. Like I say, maybe it's designed to like wrap a cable round or something, but or connect something else on. Maybe you can buy accessories. Don't know. But I understand about this plate now. It's actually made the back a lot stronger. But yeah, there it is then. I'll end it there. Alright. The Realacc, or the Realacc X. The 2, as he looks down, 210. Yeah. X210. And it's quite a nice frame. Okay then, pilots and ground crew. Hope you had a laugh and I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and the review of the new frame. Did I mention I could do with a GoPro or a Foxy, by the way, if them companies are listening. A Foxy Cube. Okay then, pilots and ground crew. Thanks a lot. And we've got spare screws. Right, if you like, subscribe, leave thumbs up, leave thumbs down if you didn't like it. I don't mind. But as I usually say, if you leave thumbs down, leave a comment and tell me why you didn't like the video. And then I'll know not to do whatever I've done next time. Unless you're just being miserable and you're leaving thumbs down just for the hell of it, then I don't care, actually. I don't care. But yeah, any questions or all like that, if you want detailed instructions of how to put her together, go somewhere else. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, thanks for watching. Cheers.